孟博，我好像也不行哎，它没有让我有共享的这个功能，好奇怪。再稍等一下啊。
好。
Alexander, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Hi.
Just wanted to inform you that, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Just wanted to inform you that we are live streaming via our YouTube channel, and hope
yes,
that...
yeah. Can you show my slide now?
Yes,
No?
I think that we can start. We have also shared this link with the other participants from the other room, so hopefully they will be able to join anytime soon. So I think we can officially start our session.
Okay.
Alexander, is it possible for you to share the slides of Jessica? Because she probably has some technical problem in sharing the screen.
Okay, yes. Can you please share the presentation in chat so I can download it?
Let me try it again, okay? I don't know what's happened. 还是不能看到我的 PPT 是吗？
能看到你的桌面，看不到 PPT。
这好奇怪。
要么你把胶片放在那个聊天框里边，它可以从它那儿来分享。
好的，你稍等一下，我换一个那个浏览器，我试一下啊。稍微。
现在看到了。
Okay, can you show my slides? Okay.
Yes, we see it right now. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
So can we start now or?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, so sorry. I just some don't know any issues. Broadcast to connect to the video, but now it's okay to with you the Teams the sister to connect to you. I'm so happy to introduce our latest research on digital economy, Global Digitalization Index. This why Huawei want to propose this index, because we want to build some relationship between the index and the digital economy. It is really too hard to capture the whole picture of the digital economy, but we have the strength on the technicals. So we want using this the mathematic way. It is an index to build the research, the relation between the technicals and the digital economy. Here, my presentation will include the two parts. The first part, I will general introduction, the GDI, and then I will show some latest key findings from this year's research. After that, we can, have a free discussion, and you can give any, ideas and comments and help us, continually improve this index for the next year and the future. Thank you so much. Let's move on my presentation first. So in here, before we discuss about this digital economy, we have want to share our history on the fourth industrial revolution on the human being. So now we are actually each time the industrial revolution, whatever from the mechanization to information and the intelligence, whatever the key power are the technicals. So now we are standing on the tipping point from the third industrial revolution to the fourth industrial revolution. The key components now are the AI, 5G, and data center, and also computing power. So those technicals will drive the economy groups. We also predict that by next 10 years, even from the 2020 to 2030, the digital economy will drive the growth rate on the digital economy will reach 9.2%, which is really faster than traditional economy. So I understand that most national government, they are starting to take part in digital economy. They also set out some strategy, such like introduce AI program or other ICT program to try to engage with the digital economy. But they need us. They also propose the three challenges. The first challenge is about what's the exact ROI on the ICT technical investment. The second question is about what's the roadmap how can we deploy the ICT technicals? So because different countries are in different stages, they cannot, put with all of these the technicals. They have to considering how to deploy the ICT portfolio according to the stage. And the third question is about what's the exact readiness on the digital economy. It's already our ICT patents. It's already our ICT talents. Is that we have enough positive policies to support economic growth. We try to attempt to answer those three questions. So Huawei, we start to do this research since 2014, and we also proposed the Global Connectivity Index. We attempted to using the mathematic way to answer those three questions. So we using the GCI Global Connectivity Index to benchmark a national digital transformation journey based on the network infrastructure. But with the technical evolution, we think that the network infrastructure is not enough to support a national digital infrastructure. A country digital infrastructure should also including connectivity, computing power, even green energy, and also the policy and ecosystems. This is why by this year, we decided to update from the GCI to GDI, Global Digitalization Index. By the future, with the AI maturity, we will continually update the GDI to GDII, Global Digitalization and Intelligence Index, to benchmark a country's intelligent transformation. So nowadays, let's focus on the GDI first. We also, by this year's GDI, we also found that if a country invests $1 on the digital transformation, will driven through 3-point GDP growth. So we also prove that ICT can be a key energy for the economy growth. Now let me introduce our methodology first. So here, this is our methodology. I want to say that the GDI methodology is really very unique. If we compare the other third-party index methodology, there's just only one angle, such like ITU. They also have some only connectivity angle, such like GSMA. They also have only one mobile angle. So there or other the index, such like they have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 indicators, but they also just have only technical angle. But in our GDI, we considering two angles. The one angle is about our very familiar about technical angle. We also including ubiquitous connectivity, digital foundation, green energy, policy, and ecosystems. And although the second angle is about our economy angle, it's also introduced the typical theory on the economy like supply and demand. Because we think that when the ICT policymakers considering how to develop the ICT, they have to considering how to balance between the ICT investment and ICT adoption, which means ICT supply and demand. So with the overlap of the technicals and the economy, so we can get out 42 indicators to evaluate a country's ICT maturity. The right chart is about the details of the 42 indicators. Take for example, on the ubiquitous connectivity, is also we including like 4G, 5G coverage. Also, we also want to lead the countries to invest on the next generation network. So we will introduce like gigabit campus penetration. This will be help us countries know which stages can be identified should be invested, which kind of connectivity technicals. The other pillar is about digital foundation. It's also about which kind of technicals can support industrial transformation, such like including the data center investment, cloud investment, or some adoptions like e-government transformation or other industries' digital transformation spending. And although another want to highlight another pillar on the green energy, because we think that digitalization should be considering the carbonization too. So we all introduce the how using this new energy to support a country's digital transformation. So here, where this is why we introduce the digital energy. They are including like some the new power adoption and the investment, and also the policy and ecosystem is also like the positive policy to support digital transformation, and also including the ICT patents numbers and the numbers of the ICT tenants. Also, a multiplayer adoptions from the consumer side to support a country's ICT development. So this is using the general introduction of 42 evolution indicators. So we're using the 42 evolution indicators to benchmark 77 countries' ICT maturity. And this we get out of this result by this year. 77 countries, they are our research samples. We think those samples can enough support to reflect the ICT regulatory of the development. 77 countries also, which accounting for over 93% of global GDP and also occupied 18% of global population. We divided the 77 countries into three clusters. They are front runners, adopters, and starters. So front runners, most of developed countries are front runners, such like US, Singapore, and even some like China. We also put China into the front runner clusters because by last 10 years, China really invested very huge on the ICT development, and China has achieved a great achievement on digital economy development. And also the second cluster are the adopters. Adopters are most of developing countries are belong into the adopters, such as Saudi Arabia and Hungary and Chile, Poland. Those countries are belong into the adopters. Those countries that can start to get the benefit from the basic connectivity. So now they should start to using this ICT technicals, even including like cloud and the data center to support the industry to go to the digital. And then the last clusters are the starters. Those clusters are very, emerging market. They also stand in the earliest stage of ICT maturity. The priority of this stage for those countries should be, develop the connectivity technicals. They should be try to connect unconnected and try that more people can be give less opportunities to participating into the ICT. So this is the first year result of the GDI. By next year, we will continually update this result. And I think that ICT policymakers can compare the changes and the dynamic changes, and then they know how can continually improve the ICT by the future. So this is, I think, this meaningful for these country rankings. Besides the country ranking, I want to share some, our key findings by this year. The key findings, the first key findings is about the digital transformation ROI. So we can see the left chart, it will do some correlation between the GDI and the GDP per capita. We also found that the GDI score is higher and the GDP per capita is higher than 2. So 77 countries, but they have different benefit from the ICT investment. We also found that the front-runner countries, 1 point improvement in the GDI will also produce the positive correlation, $945 on the GDP per capita. But in the starters, just only can produce 175 GDP per capita. Well, this is why so differentiate between the front runner and the starters, because the front runners that don't only just invest on the connectivity technicals, but also how to optimize the ICT portfolio, understand how to using the advanced ICT technologies to help the countries and also the industries to go on the digital or create new business model and improve the social productivity. So I think we want to encourage ICT policymakers to propose the positive policies to support the country's the ICT development. The right chart is about we also do some research on the last 13 years from 2020 to 2023, the ICT trends and the GDP trends. We also found that you can see the green line is about ICT investment speed. It's about ICT investment growth rate. And also the blue line is the GDP growth rate. Even we found that ICT investment growth rate is also really faster than the GDP growth rate. It means this, that you can see that if a countries can be, see ICT a new engine to support the GDP, that can be, get a good performance on the GDP by the future. So, but we can see this, we can see found a tipping point in the 2020 because by this year we experiences a pandemic. So in this year, the GDP will break down, but we'll still think that we've still found that the ICT investment is still continuing. But because by this year, organizations and entrepreneurs also recognized that a lot of activities can be moved from offline to online. So let us start to invest more on ICT. So after 2020, the ICT investment growth rate continuing jump from the 6.7%, even helped to the economy recover. We also found the GDP growth rate after 2020 to 2023, and also it really faster than the GDP growth rate before the 2020. So this is present a really important signal. So ICT really can be a new driver for the economy growth. The other side, the second key finding I want to show is how countries optimize the ICT technologies, because different countries have different priorities. We also analyzed the three technicals performance by the three clusters. So we can see that ubiquitous connectivity. So starters, the biggest gap between the starters and adopter and the front runners are the ubiquitous connectivity. It means that a lot of countries in starters, such like a lot of Africa countries, that they should be continuing invest more on the like 3G, 4G, even 5G. They can give a possibility that if they can leapfrog from the 3G to 4G or directly invest on the 5G, they can drive the more opportunities and or maybe get the leapfrog opportunities by the future. Even they can also using the green energy to support the digitalization too. And although the foundation, another pillar is about digital foundation, we also found that the start adopters that have not, too much, differences between on the digital foundation, but this digital foundation is also divided the starters and the front runners, because the adopter cluster countries, they just start to do on the digital. The countries on the entrepreneurs start to go to the digital and start to to make sure the data can be incorporated, and also they should be break through the barriers between the different departments. Also to make sure the data can be shared and can be support the whole social social engagement or to improve the social productivity. So this is why we recommended that adopters, can be start to invest or more on digital foundation. Even we also found that in here you can see the right chart. We can find that countries, if they have good performance on both ubiquitous connectivity and the digital foundation, they can be bring huge GDP per capita. The bubble size for the GDP per capita is really higher than the countries just have only good performance on ubiquitous connectivity or only good performance on the digital foundation. Last month, I also met with Saudi Arabia government. The Saudi Arabia had good performance by past 5 years. They have really emphasized on the connectivity network. They had improved a lot on the GDI score on the connectivity pillar. They really very closely on the connectivity pillar with front runners connectivity pillar, but they have to still lag far behind from the digital foundation to the front runner countries. So this is why they just only start standing in the adopters. But we believe that by the future, if they continually utilize the benefit from the connectivity and then continually start to invest more on cloud and data center or other computing power, they can get a multiplier effect on the economic growth by the future. So another key finding about the digital transformation roadmap is also we want to present some looking forward way by future. So the first, the left chart is about in countries, if they're just only good performance on the ubiquitous and the digital foundation, if they continually then introduce the green energy, using the new energy to support the digitalization, they will be, get more high GDP through the produced the CO2 emissions. So that means that, even like Elon Musk said, the end of AI is not the technical, it's not the computing power, it's about the energy. So we need a new and more energy, more power to support the huge computing power capabilities, right? So this is why we really recommended the countries with good, natural resource. They can try to utilize the natural resource to support the digital economy sustainable development by future. And also, we also built another chart. We also built the GCI and the AI readiness. We also found that if the digitalizations is also impact on the intelligence, because we also found that a country's GDI score is higher and the AI preparedness index is higher than 2. Why? Because when we discuss about the AI, it's not only about embodied AI. It's not about the modality AI model. Actually, it's about computing power capability. It's about data center enough. It's about computing power enough. This is about the basic infrastructure to support AI development, and then we can need enough data to support to do analysis, and also we need AI algorithm. Well, so this is why we need ICT talents. The younger people can be take part into the basic research. I can dive to break through the mathematics barriers or physical barriers. Also create the new algorithm to support AI future. So before the AI maturity, so we have to try to AI algorithm data and computing power enough to support. This is also so related to the digitalization. So we think that digital infrastructure is the key infrastructure for the AI infrastructure too by the future. Okay, so this is the future of the digital transformation roadmap. So let's show the last key finding on the ecoconsistency. The first is about policy. So we just research the case on the Singapore. So Singapore is really a good sample because those countries just using the 20 years to drive in the from the GDI starter and to be front runner. So now Singapore is on the top two countries on the GDI rank. How can make this happen? So because in the last 20 years, Singapore also start to have top level ICT design. Before the 2020, they start to do propose the IT 2000. This program is also support the connectivity development. They also propose the broadband network, how try to connect unconnected. And after 2020 to 2025, they have start to continually to update from the 3G and to 4G, even to 5G. They also start to, propose the Smart Nation 1.0 to introduce the cloudification and also data center adoption, and also support the industry do the transformation. The third phases on the Singapore after 2015 to nowadays, they also introduced the AI program. And they want to do more things to prepare for AI times. So this is why the Singapore can be, using the ICT technicals from the starter to front runners. I think this is a good sample that can be give the signal to different countries. For the starter countries, they can references the Singapore in the starter stages, how they do, how can they do, and from the front run countries and the adopter countries, they can give these references to learn more the experiences, how to do on their the adopter and the front runner stages. This is also the GDI meaningful. So the lab countries can be learned the advanced countries and then the direct experiences from there. Another key finding about the ICT ecoconsistency that I really want to highlight about ICT talent. So the ICT talent is really very important by future because a country's future also designs by the country's ICT talent. I think so. In here, well, we think that we have two indicators to present. So the first indicator is about the percentage of STEAM graduates. The second indicator, ICT workforce. But we think that we still run through the chart, we found that the percentage of STEAM graduates and the gap between the ICT workforce in the front runner countries, they are very close. But the adopter and the starters are also larger than the starters. This is why, because the ICT maturity enough in the front runner clusters, so that the ICT STEAM graduates can be easy to find ICT opportunities in the local market. But for the starter and the adopter countries, they have no enough ICT maturity. Some of the ICT talents have to, go to the overseas market or find another opportunities. So this is, if a countries want to leave the ICT talents to services for the local market, they should be try to develop the ICT maturity. They should be try to, be more open and be more, try to using the advanced technicals to cultivate the good environment to support the ICT talents. So this is the general key findings about the GDI. Besides the GDI, I want to introduce our other report about the intelligent world and also STEAM toward the intelligent world. About the intelligent world 2020, 2013 is about Huawei and other research. We also propose on looking for world things by the next 10 years. We will continually update this report. Even next year, we will start to, update Intelligent World 2035. This report just represent the ICT industries and will also now understand what we are going by the future. But another report we were towards the intelligent world is also present how can we, get there? How can we cruise to the intelligent world? So which kind of innovations and ICT products can support the intelligent world? And also still a benchmark is about the GDI to let now our positions and our identify the gap and the strengths and also can and also give a guide references how to develop the ICT and driving the economy. So if you are having interesting on the three report, you can scan and to download the report. Thank you so much. So we can have more discussion about it.
Thank you very much, Jessica, for the very engaging presentation. Do we have any comments from the audience or maybe question? Okay, so if there isn't any comments, in that case, I would really like to thank you for hosting the session today. I apologize again for the technical difficulties that we experienced at the beginning. This session was recorded, so we will be sharing it with the participants who are interested in join. And again, thank you very much on behalf of the UNIDO AM Global to take participation in our first inaugural AM Global Forum Week. Thank you very much again.
No problems. Okay, maybe next time. So we will have your good, connections on the network. We will continue to discuss about it, and also welcome you to send your email or connect me if you can any comments and any ideas about this index. So we will continually to develop this index, and while we see it as a long-term program, next year we'll continue to update this result. You can, search and through our the website and also identify the exact positions on the digital economy journey. So welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Of course, we will share, the details. Thank you.